Yo guys, what's good? It's your boy Blank Online. Today we're going to be talking about Call of Duty Black Ops 4 and the fact that it's actually a good game. It's just plagued by greediness of companies. Like, if you break down Call of Duty Black Ops 4 at its core in terms of mechanics and the way that it works, not only as a Call of Duty game but as a shooter game as a whole and as a AAA title, it's a really good game. It's just a shame that it has to be plagued by greedy companies like Activision. I'm not saying Treyarch doesn't have anything to do with all of these microtransactions and whatnot. They're actually the first company that brought buyable things into the Call of Duty series with Black Ops 2 when you had the personalization packs. But it's just sad that for what was one of my it was my favorite Call of Duty of this generation of consoles, it's slowly turning into just another one of those Call of Duties. The only reason that it's kind of slowly fading for me, one, because I don't really play the game that much as much as I did in the first 2 months of the game being launched. I played the game a ton in the first 2 months of this game being launched, and maybe I'm not playing the game as much now due to fatigue. I grinded out this game so much, but it's either fatigue or it's just the fact that I feel like I'm just getting bombarded with all of these different things. Like, if you know what I mean, like, okay, think back to Black Ops 2 for example. You weren't constantly reminded that there are new things in the item shop because there was no item shop. You weren't constantly howled at to get their personalization packs. They were announced on the daily news, but it wasn't in your face all the time. It wasn't like, you've earned a daily tier skip for winning this game. Look what else you can get if you continue to play this game and you continue to progress through this tier system. You see what I mean? Although Black Ops 4 has a better loot system than most of the newer Call of Duties. For example, you compare Black Ops 4's microtransactions to Black Ops 3's and they're completely different. Black Ops 3 was based on a random RNG loot box system where users were paying real money and they did not know what they were going to get out of that real money. Black Ops 2, for example, we knew what we were buying. If you were paying $3, you were getting the bacon personalization pack, and that's cool, right? You knew exactly what you're spending your money on, and that's what you were getting. In a way, Black Ops 4 does that. In a way, you can spend money on God points and you spend that money to get the featured items in the shop, and that's completely fine. And that's kind of my issue with it. Like, it's weird, right? It's weird to have a game like Black Ops 4 where it's so good. Like, if you just strip it down to its core, it's a really good, like, mechanically wise, it's a really good game. Just the fact that you keep getting pressured and told that, hey, you can unlock this if you spend this much money to get this. Hey, look, we have this tier progression system, but you're gonna have to play our game if you want to unlock these 3 guns. That's my issue with it. Yes, it's nice that it's free. Yes, I get that you can't, or they just don't want to give away free. But look at Black Ops 2. We had one DLC weapon, and that was tied into the first DLC? The Peacekeeper. Eventually, that DLC went free and everyone had the Peacekeeper. Black Ops 3, it's so much worse than Black Ops 4, and I'll admit that. Black Ops 3 had way too many DLC weapons, way too many of just all of this RNG crap that made it too hard for users to get the things that were actually valuable from their loot boxes that they paid real money for. Black Ops 4 does improve on this, and it does give everyone the opportunity to have these weapons for free, but how many people are going to reach tier 100? How many people have the time to sit down and play this game for, it takes 50 minutes to go up 1 tier? How many people have 100 hours to sink into Black Ops 4 over the span of 2 2 to 3 months, which is how long these contraband streams, like the tiers, last for. Not a lot of people. And then once the players get close to unlocking the weapons, that's when they start going, I'll just buy the tiers to get this weapon because I really want to use it. Eventually, they'll run out of COD points. Eventually, they'll buy more just so that they can keep buying the tiers to then keep unlocking the weapons. There's a couple issues with that. There's a couple issues with having your whole tier-based system based on playing the game. One, it alienates majority of your player base because not everyone can play the game that much and unlock those weapons, and maybe that's why they've done this, and maybe that's the whole reason behind it. Maybe they're trying to seem like it's all free and it's all this and it's all that. In reality, it's something that's unattainable for most people, therefore pushing some of those people to buy into the in-game currency and buy those tiers so that they can get the new weapon that they want to use. What happens after this contraband stream is done and dusted? What happens when the next one comes out and we have more DLC weapons, which is most likely coming? What happens to those weapons that were in the previous one? Can we still unlock them? Is there an opportunity to get them through the blackjack shop? The problem with Black Ops 4 is that it's a good game that is just plagued by greediness. Activision wants money. Activision is a company that produces content post-launch of their games to continue to make money on those games. Call of Duty is the #1 game for any console, or one of the #1 games for any console. Therefore, most people who own a PlayStation or Xbox, even a PC, have Black Ops 4. And that means that Activision have a massive target market that they can work towards. If you show people that everything's free, if you give players the opportunity to get all of these new cosmetic items completely free and you market it to be completely free, then obviously people will buy into it. I bought into it. I was thinking back when this was first announced, I was like, finally, they made something good. They actually listened and they gave us stuff for free. But of course they had to give us something free that was unattainable for most. I'm probably not going to reach tier 100, and I don't think I've seen maybe 90% of the community did not reach tier 200. Yeah, they stripped off another 100 tiers, but still have to play 100 hours to get the whole thing. Look at Fortnite. Look at how they do their one. They do theirs right. They give players the opportunity to unlock battle stars, and you unlock that through not only playing the game but completing challenges within the game, and it helps you do it faster. Yeah, you can just play the game and eventually you'll unlock stars and eventually you might reach tier 100 at the end of it. But the players that actually want to reach tier 100, they can do that by completing the weekly challenges every week, completing the daily challenges every day, and eventually they will get to tier 100 without sinking 100 hours into the game. Most people can sit down on the weekend and complete those weekly challenges, complete the daily challenges every day when they hop on for maybe 2-3 games. Black Ops 4, you hop on for an hour, you tier up once. You hop in for a weekend, play maybe 8 to 10 hours a weekend, that's another 10 tiers. How many more weekends are you gonna have to do that for? 10 more weekends. What if you go out? What if you go on a holiday? Do you see my problem with this system? Do you see why this whole thing is just one big money grab hidden disguised by a free contraband stream, free cosmetic items, and cosmetic only blackjack shop? That's the issue. A game like Fortnite, a completely free game, continues to offer free content. And good free content. I know, like, the content that we get in the contraband stream is really nice. Like the armor and that kind of thing, they're really cool. The weapons, cool. But if a company like Epic Games, who started small and got big and still offers the same quality content for free while they're big, speaks to the greediness behind the publishers at Activision, behind the publishers of the Call of Duty games. Because they're big, they're one of the top games as well. and yet we're still getting hidden agendas, hidden meanings behind the word free in their game. That's the issue. Imagine if Black Ops 4 had a challenge system like Fortnite, where if you unlock 10 COD yeah, tier up. Imagine how easy it would be to reach tier 100. How many people would still buy tiers? Not a lot. It would emphasize the fact that it's actually a free system. I don't know how many people buy tiers, and I don't think a lot of people buy tiers, to be honest. But the fact that this system's in place to urge people to buy tiers completely negates the word free from this whole contraband stream. If more companies took Epic Games' advice and still had microtransactions so they can still make money post-launch of the game, but just offer the free thing actually free. Now I know in Fortnite you do have to pay for the battle pass, but you're paying $15 and you get all that content in the free pass and the premium paid battle pass. They're making so much money off one person's $15 purchase and then just giving them everything else they need to unlock that whole thing for free. And Activision is there hiding behind the word free and having double meanings towards it, and yet giving us a product that is unattainable for most people who play their game. And that's why Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is a good game, hidden and ruined and soiled by the greediness of Activision. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, leave a like, leave a comment down below if you enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think about the old contraband stream, blackjack shop, that whole thing. If you enjoyed this video, click subscribe below, click the bell for notifications. If you guys are interested in FIFA and soccer, go subscribe to my second channel, Blank. I'm going to be posting on there very, very soon, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.